Hey kid, how's it going? Hopefully, I hope that you're having a good year. If not a good year, a good month. Not a good month, a good week. If not a good week, then a good day. Not a good day, then at least a good hour. Not a good hour, at least a good minute. I recorded this yesterday. However, the audio cut out because I didn't make sure the audio was recording properly. And you're in this room with me, so anyways, this is the introduction. So kid, yeah, to be honest, yesterday I was feeling a lot worse. Today I feel a little bit better, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So what I want to tell you is, or at least rather my advice to you, is two things: be aware and be selfish. We're gonna say to be aware is like that. Listen, for myself personally, I've been keeping up with the current events of things, and it's only been 18 days into this new year, and I am exhausted and tired. Right? It is frustrating and exhausting, and I feel like as if though maybe when I was a kid, and maybe because I'm a kid, right? Times were simpler, right? Times are always easier and simpler after they're over, for the most part. I feel like that when I was a kid, like the amount of breaking news was more like every week or every like 2 to 3 days, or like every other day, some sort of breaking news thing. Now it feels like every hour, and I'm tired. Like, I'm not trying to like scare you about what life is like, whatever it is, but like you need to be aware of your surroundings. And I say that because I was teaching a lesson on Friday, I forgot. But either way, I was teaching a lesson about how Donald Trump had canceled the visas this week for a lot of nations, 75 countries in total to be exact, right? And which is bad and it's horrible. And I teach 7th graders, and a lot of them are just kind of like, well, not a lot of them, 2 of them were just kind of like, well, it doesn't affect me, right? It's not my problem. And one of them was like, yeah, it's not my country, right? And I understand for the fact that, hey, listen, it doesn't hurt me personally, it doesn't affect me personally, but I need everyone, or even just you, to be aware of the fact that what happens to somebody else can also happen to you. So when I brought that up, I brought the fact that, listen, like Brazil and Russia are 2 fairly big countries, not just physically, but like military wise, money wise. They're both bigger and stronger than the country you mentioned, right? I'm talking about the student in this case. And they're like, oh, I didn't know them. Yeah, so if Donald Trump can stop these countries from coming in, what's stopping him from stopping your country, right? What I think people need to realize is the fact that, like, when things happen, right, to somebody else, another human being, it is possible it could literally happen to you as well. It may not always happen, but there is a possibility it could happen. And I think for myself, at least personally, and it's one of the part of being selfish, is that we need to first and foremost be aware of the fact that these things are happening. And I know it's tiring and it's draining to know about every single thing, right? And also tiring the fact that you can't do some things about it, right? Yes, that's true. But you know what you can do? You can do something within your community. And your community could be where you work, where you live. It could be, where you work out, all those things. And if you are aware of, just bad things happening and you see it happen in real time, in person, you do have the ability to stop it. Of course, within the safety measure, right? If someone's trying to rob somebody with a gun, please keep yourself alive, keep trying to everyone else around you alive, and just, this is me personally. Right? I do know martial arts. I do know how to defend myself. If there's a gun to my face, I'm giving what the person needs, because my material goods is not worth more than my life. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, all I'm trying to say is just to be aware of what your government is doing, be aware of what your friends are doing, be aware of what your family is doing, be aware of what other countries are doing, because it also impacts you, right? Whether you like it or not, it does impact you, right? I'm not gonna give you more examples, but that's what I want to start off with. That kid, how'd you do that? Give me the remote. Hey, give me the remote. I need to get a new chair. I don't know how that kid. I don't know how you ever turn on the TV. I mean, you did have the remote, and I took it out. Took out the battery, so now you can't change the channel. Being selfish, right? When I say be selfish, I mean, and this is the only thing I really want to push on, my child or anyone who wants to listen to this YouTube channel. When I say to be selfish, I want you to think about, what's what I'm trying to say? All right, when I say be selfish, I mean in the sense of like, I wouldn't be selfish for me, right? The way I'm selfish is I want everyone around me to be good, right? I want my friends, my family, my neighbors, my town, my state, my country. I want everyone around me to be good. Why? Because I want to be left alone, right? I don't want friends to be broke. I don't want my friends to be looking for jobs. I don't want my friends to be asking me for money, because then I'll become broke too. Like, I want my friends to be good, because if they're good, I'll also be good. Okay? You impact your environment impacts you. I want to be around a good environment. That's me. Okay? All that to say the fact that, again, we have to be aware of what's happening to other people, to other countries, to other communities, to other towns, because it can also happen to your community, your town, your house, your home, wherever you are. Okay? That's how I'm selfish. Anyways, good. So, to being selfish, right? So, what I'm trying to say with being selfish, in the sense of where I'm selfish, right? I try to worry about others because it helps me. Right? We can teach because we do less people in the world. Those people in the world, they can do their job better. If can do their job better, it makes my life easier, right? And when my student somehow becomes a doctor, and I become their patient, and they can't do their job well because they can't read and write properly, who could die? Me. I'm selfish. Okay, and that's what I mean by I want you to be selfish, right? I want you to worry and concern about other people, right? I want you to help other people, because ideally, right, for me, I want to teach people how to fish, right? When it comes to the story of, teaching man how to fish, give a man a fish, feed him for a day, teach him to fish, feed him for life. I want all of my friends and family and my community and people around me be able to know how to fish, right? Be able to take care of themselves. Of course, everyone needs help with some things, right? Including myself, right? I'm not expert in every single thing. But what I'm saying is the fact that, be selfish, okay? Help others, make sure that they're good and fine, and also take care of yourself. Anyways, guys, that's my only advice for you today. That's it. D3ar, I love you. Bye.